All right, let's talk about AI. This video could be AI. Is it or is it not? You'll never know. It's not, this is me, it's real. But we do need to talk about AI. And yes, AI seems really cool. You can ask it lots of questions and you get some hopefully accurate answers. You can do some really awesome things with turning photos into cartoons, and there's all sorts of things that you'll see all over the internet, people utilizing and using AI. But as small business owners, we need to be asking the question, what can AI do for me and for my business? Well, the good thing is HoneyBook has actually kind of answered this question for us. They have recently rolled out a ton of really awesome AI features that are built right into the product, that are built specifically for independent business owners, and they'll fit seamlessly into your workflow, especially if you're already a HoneyBook user. So in this video, we are going to debunk some AI myths. So if you're a little skeptical out there about AI, we're going to debunk some myths that might be holding you back from utilizing AI. We're going to talk to some experts about some research that has been done that shows that you are literally leaving money on the table if you're not utilizing AI in your business. So definitely want to hear about that. And then we're going to actually look at these AI features that HoneyBook has as part of the HoneyBook platform, show you how they work, how you can use them in your business, and show you what HoneyBook AI can do for you. All right, let's do some debunking. There is a lot of buzz about AI, and everyone is talking about how disruptive and revolutionary it is. And honestly, if we really think about this and kind of like play this out, there's some, sci-fi movie vibes where this can get actually a little bit scary, but that's not exactly what we're talking about when we're talking about HoneyBook AI. I think as small business owners, what we're worried about is AI taking our jobs, right? And yes, it is possible that in the future, as AI gets better and better and better, AI has the potential to take certain aspects and certain elements of our jobs away. But I think it's more important for us as small business owners to focus on AI as more of a tool that we can use to maximize our business potential and we can really utilize to make our businesses better, as opposed to just thinking about it as a competitor that we're trying to compete with and therefore we're trying to just ignore and push away. And like any tool, it requires an understanding of how to use it properly in order to really reap the benefits. For example, if you went out and bought the world's greatest jackhammer and tried to use it to fix a watch, it's not really going to help you, even though it is the greatest jackhammer in the entire world. And vice versa, if you had the greatest watch fixing tools that ever existed, but you don't know how to fix a watch, then it doesn't matter if you have the best tools, it's not going to help you. You need to have the right tools and you need to know how to use it. There are a sea of AI tools out there, but you need to find the one that's best for your business and you need to figure out how to use it to get the most out of it. Now, I know it sounds a little bit cliche, but it's all about working smarter, not harder. When used properly, AI will help you save time, get more done, execute tasks with greater precision, all of which will lead to less stress and doing more of what you actually love. So the goal is that you can feel confident that you can grow your business without sacrificing quality or burnout. What's really cool is we actually have some research to back this up. So we recently did a survey of our HoneyBook members, and we found that the ones that are using AI in their business are saving up to 3 hours a week, which doesn't sound like a ton, but it adds up to 150 hours over the course of a whole year. That's nearly 4 weeks of saved time just in 1 year. Maybe you take those 4 weeks and you just use that to grow your business further, explore new opportunities, try new things, start that podcast you've always wanted to start. Or maybe you're at a season in your life where you'd use that 4 extra weeks to go on vacation with your family, just spend more time with your kids, or spend more time at the driving range. I know that's what I would do. Okay, so hopefully by now you've sort of see and you can understand the benefits of using AI for your business. But now I want to pivot and let's talk specifically about HoneyBook AI. So what is HoneyBook AI? There are a ton of AI tools out there, as we've sort of discussed already in this video. But in order for you to get the most out of AI as a small business owner, you need something that is specifically built with you in mind. And that is exactly what HoneyBook AI is. You can sort of think of it as a virtual business partner, and it's going to help you with everything from admin overload, time management, and bandwidth, and really just support where you need it the most. So instead of me just telling you about HoneyBook AI and why it's so great, I actually thought it'd be cool to go and talk to somebody who's on the HoneyBook team and hear from them specifically about HoneyBook AI, what it can do. So we're going to go talk with Masha, and we're going to hear all about HoneyBook AI. All right, Masha, hello. Thank you so much for joining us today to tell us all about HoneyBook AI.
Hi, everybody. My name is Masha, and I'm from the HoneyBook education team. And let's talk about AI. HoneyBook is all about making sure that HoneyBook is working for you, right? It's all about taking those repetitive tasks that you're working on and actually using AI to outsource them to AI to get them done so that you can focus on the stuff that you love doing, on the creative work. So first things first, a lead comes in, and research shows that clients are more likely to book you to work with you if you respond to them promptly. So that is the key moment. And some people have automated responses, but let's say it's a custom service where you want to make sure that you craft the response yourself. For example, somebody filled out the form overnight, and in the morning you wake up and there's a response crafted by AI ready for you to adjust. So let's look into one of the projects that I have set up with a demo client. As you can see in my notifications, I can see that a lead has submitted a new lead form and a personalized AI reply is ready for them. Let's click into it. Here is the AI generated response. Ready as a draft. Our AI will not send the responses themselves. That's one of the safeguards. You can always review it, edit it yourself, and then send it yourself. So let's review the draft. Here's the draft. Hi, Nancy. Thank you for reaching out. Da 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 da. La 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 la. Looking forward to working with you. And if you want, you can edit it however you want. I'm glad to see or hear whatever you want to. Whatever you want to do. You can also press here to tell the email drafts functionality to change it somehow. Indicate that you're not available at the time, that budget is too low, change the tone, make it longer, make it shorter. Let's try changing the tone, making it more confident. There it is. Let's review it. Replace with AI draft. I can edit it a little bit however I want to. Wonderful. Let's send it.
And that's, I think, what's cool, that sets it apart and that makes it even more powerful inside of HoneyBook is that it's not just responding based off of an email thread or whatever. It has the context of if you're using different intake forms or depending on how they respond to the intake form, it will craft a response differently depending on, say you're a photographer and they respond that they're interested in wedding services versus portrait services, right? The AI knows all that, whereas your generic email AI tool or whatever wouldn't have all that context.
100%. It reads that context and it can recreate new emails. But honestly, this is the perfect transition into the next feature that I want to talk about, which is priority leads. Because that is also context from your account, from your history of working with clients. And it looks for patterns to identify which leads are more likely to book and which leads typically lead to higher ticket projects, right? Like higher value projects. And those are called priority leads. So it looks for different clues. For example, what kinds of projects they're asking for, right? Like portrait versus, I don't know, group photos, or how much budget they're asking for, or how quickly they fill out the lead form, right? It's looking for all of these different markers, and analyzing the patterns. It can notify you that this is a priority lead. This is a lead that is more likely to result in a booked project or a higher value project.
That's super helpful. And that's probably even smarter than you could even be on your own. Like that's even one of those features that's not just to like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with that. It's a, like, my brain is not capable of doing all those things without some sort of a crazy spreadsheet or whatever.
And the more you use it, the smarter it becomes, right? Because the more it understands the patterns that your clients, your specific clients in your specific industry for your specific services display. And that is going to be very unique. The next feature I want to talk to you about is preparing for meetings. So you have your lead, right? The lead has entered your ecosystem. You are communicating. Let's say that you have scheduled a meeting with them. It helps you prepare for those meetings. So let's say it's an intro call between you and I, right? I'm offering my services and I want to make sure that I'm prepared so that I really sell myself, right? So that you are impressed by how aware I am of your problems. So there it is. Here's your project. And AI has created a project recap so that I am prepared to speak to you. Let's look at the project recap. There it is. So get ready for the meeting, right? These are the meeting details. And here's the project recap. This is very helpful for meetings, but also it's also a tool that helps you prepare for the actual project completion date, project execution date. So let's say that you are a a videographer and you have a wedding, right? That you booked half a year in advance, because weddings book out a while in advance.
Yep.
And
Yep.
when that day rolls around, you have to go back and look through all the communication and refresh your mind, refresh yourself on what has happened before, right? Like, what are you actually working on? What did the bride ask for? Did the bride want more shots with her mother, let's say? I don't know. But basically, you want to make sure that you cater to the client's needs. And this tool can help you prep for it by scanning all of your communication and summarizing it in preparation for that day, and in preparation for the meetings that you have upcoming with your clients. So you're always on top of your stuff, right? Of what this client needs, and therefore can deliver the best results.
You're giving me flashbacks to my wedding days where we used to get on, I always want to say Skype calls because I'm old, but we get on Zoom calls with with potential brides and grooms and things like that. But yeah, you have a couple of them lined up in a row and you're like, okay, wait, is this the bride that like, she has like a strange relationship with her mom, so like don't talk about mom, or like, there's all these different little like details. So we're sitting here trying to remember all these different things. And then we might have a follow-up call with them 6 months later before the wedding. So the fact that it can just do it for you, and especially again, if it integrates with if you have a client questionnaire or something like that you're already asking all the right questions, then it has all the context it needs. That's awesome. Like that is like point blank. I mean, that's good. I can already tell you that would save me so much time.
Now let's take it further. When you get on that call, if you scheduled it through HoneyBook and you've integrated your Zoom or your Google Hangouts account, then the HoneyBook AI note taker can join your call and transcribe the call as it happens live, so that you don't have to frantically take notes. And then it summarizes it and creates tasks for you. Basically, all of the notes, all of the things that we have discussed have been summarized in notes, and they live in this notes section. And you can create tasks for yourself later on. But this means that you can be really present in your conversation with your client and really make them feel heard, seen, right? And ask the really, really good questions that you need to ask, instead of scrambling and taking notes frantically on the side, to make sure that you do both. And this is something that's going to be summarized later on in the summary for the next goal or for that event, right? So it's just feeding HoneyBook AI more information that it can help you then remember later on.
It's so perfect because I get so many of those calls. I have a notebook and a notepad. I've got like chicken scratch writing of all these different things. And then I lose the piece of paper, or I don't do something with it or whatever. And then again, 6 months rolls by. It's time for the wedding. What did I write? I don't know. I didn't do anything with the paper. I didn't put it somewhere. Did I save it in my phone? Like, where is it?
And you can also share those notes from that meeting with your client, which makes you look even better, right? Even more professional. Finally, I want to showcase something that is getting more powerful by the day and can transform the way you run your business on HoneyBook. This is HoneyBook AI chat that enables you to ask questions about your business. It knows your business on HoneyBook, right? It can source that data and it can then give you answers, responses based on that data. So for example, just now I asked it, what kinds of questions should I ask my leads, right? This is something that you can use for your lead form in particular. So these are the questions that it suggests to understand your lead's needs, right? Like, this AI has the wisdom, the business wisdom, and it also combines your unique data on HoneyBook and your projects and your history with your clients in order to respond to this. Let's say, create copy for a proposal. And there you go. It will create that copy right there and then. You could do it as you're building the file and just copy paste all of that information or adjust it according to your needs. Here's a proposal for you.
All right, thank you to Masha for coming on and talking with us today. And I just want you to remember that the AI features are just like a small portion of all of what HoneyBook can do. So if you've never experienced HoneyBook and you're not currently a member, there's actually a link in the description down below for a free 1-week trial. Go check that out. Definitely give it a try, see what it's all about, and see how HoneyBook can change your business today. I am a founding member of HoneyBook. We've been around since the very beginning. We've been using HoneyBook for years, and I highly, highly recommend it. I also highly recommend that you subscribe to the YouTube channel here for more information. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.